You finally get a calm week. No conflict, no crisis, no urgency, and somehow you feel restless. You start an unnecessary argument. You procrastinate on something important. You text someone you know isn't good for you. When life becomes stable, you destabilize it. Why? Stability should feel safe. But for you, it feels suspicious. When things are going well in your relationship, you start scanning for signs it might fall apart. When work is steady, you suddenly lose motivation. When your mood is balanced, you create drama in your own head. It's subtle. You don't think, let me ruin this. It's more like a quiet itch. A need for intensity, a pull toward disruption. And afterward, you feel confused. Why did I do that? Over time, this pattern becomes part of your identity. You start to believe you're impulsive, or emotionally unstable, or incapable of peace. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain may not associate calm with safety. It may associate calm with danger. And that changes everything. You are not broken. You are patterned. Self-sabotage during stability is rarely random. It's usually adaptive. If you grew up in unpredictability, emotional tension, sudden criticism, inconsistent affection, your nervous system learned something very specific. Calm is temporary. And when calm is temporary, waiting passively feels dangerous. So your brain does something clever. It creates the storm early, because if you cause the disruption, you control it. Control feels safer than surprise. What looks like destruction is often preemptive protection. But how does that actually work inside the brain? Your brain is a prediction machine. Its main job isn't happiness. It's prediction. In neuroscience, this is called predictive processing. Your brain constantly compares the present moment to past patterns. If your past taught you that stability is usually followed by chaos, then stability itself becomes a warning sign. Here's the metaphor. Imagine your nervous system as a smoke detector. If it was trained in a house that caught fire often, it becomes hypersensitive. It will beep at steam, at dust, at nothing. Not because it's broken, because it learned that missing a fire is worse than false alarms. When life becomes calm, your brain experiences something called prediction error. The present doesn't match the past. And prediction error creates anxiety. Your body feels restless, uneasy, like something is about to happen. To reduce that discomfort, the brain prefers a familiar pattern even if it's negative. So it nudges you toward behaviors that restore emotional familiarity, start a conflict, delay progress, create tension. Now the world makes sense again. Calm gives disruption. The pattern is restored. Anxiety decreases. This is reinforcement learning. Behavior that reduces internal discomfort gets repeated, even if it damages your life. So the real issue isn't self-sabotage. It's nervous system conditioning, and that means you can retrain it, but not by forcing positivity. You have to work with the mechanism. We'll use a simple mental model, from chaos addiction to calm tolerance, because that's what this really is. Your nervous system has low tolerance for peace. Here's how you build it. When things feel stable and you notice restlessness, pause and label it. This is the calm trigger. Labeling emotions activates the prefrontal cortex, which reduces amygdala reactivity. In simple terms, naming the feeling lowers its intensity. You're about to send a dramatic text during a quiet week. Instead of sending it, you pause and say, "This is the calm trigger." Nothing is actually wrong. That gap interrupts automatic behavior. Focus on the physical urge rather than the thoughts. Notice where it lives in your body. Urges peak and fall like waves. When you observe them without acting, you teach the brain that discomfort doesn't require immediate action. This weakens the reinforcement loop. You feel the urge to criticize your partner. Instead of engaging, you notice tightness in your chest. You breathe through it for 90 seconds. The urge rises, then falls. Your brain learns. Calm doesn't equal danger. This sounds counterintuitive. Introduce controlled novelty, new hobby, small challenge, physical movement. Your dopamine system craves stimulation. If you don't provide healthy novelty, the brain will generate emotional drama instead. Instead of picking a fight, you go for an intense workout or start learning something new. You satisfy the need for activation without harming stability. Document moments where stability did not collapse. The brain updates predictions based on repeated evidence. This is neuroplasticity. You're literally rewriting the prediction model. After a peaceful week, write, "Nothing bad happened." Over time, calm stops triggering alarm. When you feel the urge to disrupt something stable, wait one full day before acting. Time weakens emotional intensity and strengthens rational processing. Impulses are strongest in the limbic system. Delay gives the prefrontal cortex time to lead. You want to quit your job impulsively because it feels too predictable. You wait 24 hours. The intensity drops. The decision becomes clearer. Here's the model to remember. Your brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar peace. Not because it hates you, because it trusts what it recognizes. Stability feels unfamiliar, so it triggers the smoke alarm. Your job isn't to fight the alarm. It's to retrain it. Each time you stay calm without creating chaos, you send your brain new data. Calm gives nothing bad happens. Over time, prediction changes. And when prediction changes, behavior follows. You don't become someone new. You become someone whose nervous system trusts peace. Maybe the restlessness you feel in stable moments isn't a sign you're flawed. Maybe it's a sign your system survived unpredictability. But survival patterns don't have to run your future. You can sit in quiet and let nothing happen. The first few times it will feel strange, then neutral, then safe. And one day, stability won't feel like the calm before the storm. It will just feel like life, and you won't need to break it to believe it.